Today we were taking a look at Kondor Unshackled from Hasbro. Got this figure from Amazon for about $24.99. I say it's time to get this box open. Kondor comes with 4 accessories, including the Spirits Pack back bling, which holds both of his dual harvesting tools, Oath and Sorrow. This is kind of nice. They just slide right in there. You don't want to slide them in all the way because, well, it might not hold very well. I'm not really sure. But anyway, mine came just a little bit bent, so you're going to need to work them over a little bit because these are a little bit bent. Sliding them in and out of the Spirits Pack, if I do it the correct way, can be a little bit difficult, so you want to just slide it in there and take it easy. Now, I'm going to point out, if you can see, these should be like pure silver, but they oversprayed and overpainted these handles where both of them have a bit of a red tint all around them. So hopefully that's not a thing all over the place, like covering all of them. I hope it's just kind of mine, because I'd rather have some sucky things than like everyone has sucky things. But you can see how that is red right there. And the final accessory is this pump shotgun, and I like how this handle actually kind of looks like it's a wood grain of sorts. It's nice. I like how it's a little bit bent, a little bit cartoony, a little bit Fortnite-like. Now, if it's bent this way, up and down, that's a bit of a problem, but it has a bit of a bow, and I think some of that is built in to this accessory, and I like it. I like kind of how it has the cartoony bend to it just a little bit. As you can see, he stands just under 6.5 inches tall. Now we'll do some height comparison, beginning with 7-inch DC Multiverse from McFarlane and 6.5-inch Spartan Collection from Jazzwares. Then we have Marvel Legends Deadpool and G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Officer. And the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian stands alone. Next, you can see how he stacks up next to Jazzwares Legendary Series, typical regular figure, and a Brawlers figure. And finally, how he stacks up alongside some Fortnite buddies from Hasbro. Kondor has about 34 points of articulation. His neck wiggles and jiggles, and I shouldn't say that anymore, but he looks down and looks up. He looks down better than he looks up, I would say. He's got a low waist down here that can rotate, but he's got a really good torso. He can lean back that far and forward that far. You'd think with this thing he would have some hindrance, but this is pretty loose, kind of a medium rubber. If you pop his head off, then you can take this piece off and put his head back on. Well, maybe. There you go. And then you've got a figure that looks a little bit like this, although his neck does look a little bit tall, but you could do this if you wanted to. He's got some pieces of equipment here, almost looks like a pouch and another pouch. I was thinking a radio or a cell phone, but I think these are pouches. He's got some other pouches there, and he's got a lot of just interesting things on him with these gold armbands, some gold here on the side. He's got a couple straps that are hanging down from his upper legs down to his lower legs, and what's really cool is the thigh rotation works just fine. These are not actually connected to the legs, which I am so happy for, so that absolutely does not restrict articulation whatsoever. What's interesting about this figure I've noticed is that he's got a single hinge at the elbow, and let's see, that's about how far up it goes, and there's a rotation there. What's interesting is there is a rotation here at the top or the bottom or up here near the elbow of this arm gauntlet, and it's kind of interesting. He still has rotation at the wrist, so he's got like, it's like some figures have double pin or pinless elbows. Well, he's got a single hinge, but he's got a rotation above the elbow and a rotation below the elbow. So that's kind of something interesting I haven't seen. I definitely haven't seen it on Fortnite before. So this is kind of new. He can sit about that well. If you want him to do the splits, he's absolutely freaking amazing in doing the splits. He has a rotation at the top of the boot. He's got a pivot and a hinge at the ankle and double pin at the knee, and he can go all the freaking way up. Look at that. Okay, look at that. Get my hand out of the way. So he's got some pretty good articulation with no real hindrance whatsoever. He does have a joint below the neck as well. Let's put this back on, and there we go. Maybe, there we go. So I think he actually looks a lot better with a cloak type thing on. It doesn't make his neck look nearly as long. If we gear him up, we can slide his back bling right in there. We'll give him, I don't know if this is Oath or Sorrow. Maybe they're both called that. But he looks menacing. What do you think about this figure? What's your thoughts so far? We'll give him a puppy. I think it's in there. I think it might be. Can't see the other side. Okay, pump shotgun is not in there all the way, but there's a general idea of what it might look like if he's holding it. Okay, that's bugging me a lot. He's bugging me a lot. There we go. I think that's... So when he's holding it, he's gonna look a little awkward, I think, holding it this way. Maybe if you put a second hand on there. We have plenty of weapons so far from Hasbro's Fortnite stuff. So if this doesn't quite work for you, or you don't quite like it, there's plenty more to give him, wouldn't you say? But anyway, I really like this figure, and I hope you do too. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.